Yo, what's going on? 704 Charlotte Bound family. This is Fawn Don with a quick solo dolo show, man. We're going to be doing some player profile shows coming up where we profile certain plays that Carolina Panthers should be looking at, players that we like, players that seem like they're on the move and that you should take a look at as well. I hope everybody's having a great day today, man. The guy that we're going to be channeling our attention to is Jalen Royals. Name of the show real quick. It's just a quick show. Carolina could draft another DJ Moore and Jalen Royals of Utah State. If you guys really, really like DJ Moore and everything that DJ Moore brought to the team, I'm telling you, this guy Jalen Royals is almost like a carbon copy of this guy. Maybe some of you guys will believe that. Maybe some of you guys won't believe that. But I'm going to go through his measurables, his stats, who this guy is, his highlights, so you can get a better look at him. This is Jalen Royals of Utah State, man. He comes in at 6'0". He's a 6 feet wide receiver. He's at a weight of 205. Obviously, the college that he went to is Utah State. Position wide receiver, class senior. He only played 2 years there. 2 years there. In his hometown is Powder Springs, Georgia. So he's a Georgia boy. His player rating is an 85.2 out of 100. Position is a 7 rank in wide receiver. His 40 time he just ran in the combine was a 4.42. The boy got speed. He can get up out of there and do his thing. If you like the DJ Moore type of player in that area, the speed guys, the guys that are going to take the ball and be very strong receivers that are, absorb the contact and can also take off on you at any given moment, then Jalen Royals is your guy. People are starting to pay more attention to him. Originally, when the draft was going, he was probably about a fourth round. So the guys that really do this, like the expert writers and the beat writers, have been really pumping this guy up. I'm telling you right now, the reason why he's in the position he's in now is because of the conference that he plays in. But I'm going to show you some things, and hopefully, you guys will take another look at this guy with his player breakdowns. We just went through his measurables, you know what I'm saying? And that's right here on the screen if you can check that out if you want to absorb all of that. He's got 9.5-inch hands. He's in the 55th percentile with that. His arms is at a 30 and 1/8. He's in the 17th percentile of that. His span is a 73 and 3/8. And that's for people, who want to get into like the real breakdowns of measurables with guys. Again, his 40 time was a 4.42, and he was in the 79th percentile of that. His 10-yard split was 1.49. He gets up out of there, man, and he benched 225 13 times. Typical of a wide receiver, that's out there. You know what? It's not even typical. I mean, he's a strong guy. The dude is strong. It is strong. If you look down at the color code at the bottom, it tells you everything from red all the way up to green to 100 being blue. And he obviously falls in the blue in that 10-yard split. This is the guy when it comes to if you want a tall tall wide receiver at like 6'3", 6'4", like a Tech, or if you want a receiver that's like that middle build, a 6'0", 6'1", that can go out there and make the same things happen, and lower body of gravitation when it comes to running through players and runs after the catch. He's very, very good runs after the catch. Here are the other prospect rankings of wide receivers just to get a good idea of where he is. With them having Ted McMillan at the top, and they have Matthew Golden at second right now, Luther Burden at number 3. Then Emeka Ugbuka, who's probably higher on this board now. I think the reason why he's at 4 is because he didn't participate in the combine, and you can check him out on his pro day over here at the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. Number 5 is Trey Harris. And then at number 7 is where you have Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose has been doing nothing but making great moves for himself and moving up the board. But, you can go look at the combine and go by that. You know what I'm saying? Although he did great at the combine for what he did. Or you could just check out his tape, which we will later. They have placed right above Xavier Restrepo, and I know how many people I've been hearing with the Carolina Panthers that said that they wouldn't mind having Xavier Restrepo. All Restrepo does is get open another great wide receiver at about that range. Jalen Royce is taller than him, though. So where can you get Jalen Royce? You can get Jalen Royce like in the 3rd round. I mean, if you don't get him in the 3rd, unless he moves up late 2nd, then you can forget that. And these are people obviously that are looking for another receiver. I don't think we're going to get Tet. I don't think they'll take Tet with the first pick. I think they'll wait and get some more help for the offense. For the people that love Bryce Young out there, just tremendously. This will definitely be a great weapon for him, as well as guys very speedy and kind of like the receivers that he had when he was at Alabama. His overall ratings right here is his defense rating is a 72%. His QB rating when targeted, the quarterbacks that he plays with are at a 116 QB rating when they target him. Do you understand what that means? That's a great QB rating right there. The boy does not drop a lot of balls. Pause. You know what I'm saying? His hands are like glue. You throw it in his vicinity, he's gonna go get it. A lot of things very similar to what DJ Moore did. I think he plays a little harder coming out of college than DJ Moore did. Although I'm not trying to compare this young man to what DJ Moore is now. That's the difference. His hands are at 70%, short receiving 79%, intermediate routes, and this is with the route tree is 81%. His deep threat is 84%. Bryce is shown to have somewhat of an arm, and the time that Bryce would throw the ball to this guy, and you will be able to tell in the film when he becomes open, is within Bryce Young's throwing radius that he could get it to him, and his blocking is at 55%. I guess the blocking is when a quarterback throws the ball in his direction and it's about to be intercepted. He can get at the guy and make sure that he doesn't get at that. His player comparisons right here, his player comparisons already that they have is Malachi Corley of Western Kentucky at 91%, Jalen Polk from Washington at 84%, and Jalen Tolbert of South Alabama at 83%. I'm not going to go through his entire, I'll just read the first paragraph of his draft profile bio. A late blooming vertical threat with basketball routes and track speed. Key thing with that is track speed. You know, we're always talking about getting faster wide receivers and playing a faster game. This guy has track speed. Jalen Royals took an unconventional path to becoming one of the Mountain West's most explosive players. The Powder Springs, Georgia native, originally landed at Georgia Military College before an eye-opening workout at Utah State Elite Camp, where he blazed a report of 4.3240, earned him a shot with the Aggies. So he's ran faster than the combine run that he's had before. After a quiet 2022 season focused on academics, Royals exploded in 2023, setting the school record with 15 touchdowns. This past season, he only had six, I believe, 6 or 8. But that was because he only played half the games. He got injured towards the end of the season the year before, and made him have to sit out a few games towards the end of the season. But he was not that much off from what he did in 2023 or what he did in 2024 with half the games, you know? And he said, while becoming just the 13th player in program history to eclipse 1,000 receiving yards, he'd have done that easily this year. He might have had 1,600 yards if he had played the whole year. It's just the 6'10", the 6'0", 210-pound target followed up his breakout junior campaign by averaging 119 yards per game. Per game, bro. That's a threat. That's a threat. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at almost 2,000 yards if he can do that in the league. And it says per games as a senior before a foot injury cut his season short. There you go, a foot injury. He says his final 4 games were a masterclass. Dude bounced right back from the injury, posting 666 receiving yards and 5 scores, including a game of 211-yard eruption against ranked Boise State. Yeah, that Boise State that was out there doing nothing but damage this year. That showcases game-breaking ability. That contest perfectly encapsulated what makes Royals special. Taking a slant 75 yards to pay dirt and consistently winning vertical against future NFL corners. And this was against NFL corners that he was out there doing it against. Listen, you'll see that 75-yard slant in the highlights. His scouting report, his strengths, explosive. I'm not going to go through the straight lines. Natural hands, you know what I'm saying? Basketball ground shows up in his route breaks, So do to go up there and get it. Plus body control and spatial awareness. Dangerous after the catch with rare combination. He's not a guy that's just going to go down. He's going to try to continue to run. DJ Moore tried to do that some, and it got him in trouble. Hopefully he would have, they'll learn from that. But I mean, if he does, man, he'll be a rookie, and you got to learn from it. Shows advanced feel for settling into soft spots. Dude just gets open. Versatile alignment, potentially having worked out, and in slot. So if they decide they want to put him in the slot position at some point with this, with the few times or the few years that he has left with us, if that at all, that man will slide right in. Still a Sydney player with clear development arc, so he's we're gonna have to develop him some too, man. You know what I'm saying? But his natural gift is already there. His weaknesses is limited experience against elite competition because of the conference that he plays with. Struggles with physicality in his releases. So, he's got to learn to get off the man, the cornerback that's in front of him. The route tree remains underdeveloped. Well, they didn't run a ton of different routes to him. The dude was just beating people on speed. Blocking techniques and effectively. He's not the greatest blocker, but how many receivers do you know that are the greatest blockers? But, he'll learn on that at the next level because, that's something that we would need. Show some concentration lapses on routine catches and limited experience against elite competition. He can't choose who he plays against. So if that's a weakness, I'll take it. you know. And then this is just a graph of where he catches and scores with his 40 height and all those other things that we showed before. And this is a chart that shows you how other scout services rate Jalen Royals. Anywhere from like a 73 with MDDB, all the way from Draft Tech with an 83, PFF with an 85, and 33rd team all the way up to a 94. So they're really really into that guy and everything that he can do. Jalen Royals is an incredible guy. You know what I'm saying, and what he does. And look, man, let's just go ahead and take a look at him real quick. You know, and let's see if what I'm saying adds up to what he does on film. So let's take a quick look at him. And again, this is Jalen Royals out of Utah State. Utah Tech, Utah State, man. Guy's great, man. Great guy. I mean, he'd be an asset to our team. Just look at this one-hand catch he takes, man, with the left. You know what I'm saying? They said lack of concentration. I mean, it takes tremendous concentration to do that. Also, his quarterback was trash. He had a better quarterback too, man. Both years, that guy's not going anywhere, but he still made the most of it. Looking at that tight coverage, still comes down with the ball in the end zone. You can only play, I learned this, a long time ago. You can only play who they put in front of you. This is that catch where he breaks open for that 75 yards against Boise State. He had 211 yards against them in that game. They just couldn't do anything with him. Their team couldn't do anything with their running back over there. And again, up the middle, man reaches back, adjusts his body to catch that ball. Great body control as he throws up the field wide open. I told you this is where Bryce, he can throw within that width. As long as he's on the move, he's going to beat the corner that's in front of him a lot of times, man. Look, over the shoulder throw on the outside, he can catch every throw. Right there in the middle, knew he was going to take the hit, absorbed it. The guy that hit him was the one who wound up getting hurt on that play. Catches the ball in the back corner. I'm trying to tell you, man, this guy's the real deal. He played with Utah State. That's just why you didn't hear about him like that. Look at how he looks that ball in, keeps it in. He got both feet in like at the NFL level, not just like in college. That kick out right there. Great, man. Wide receiver catches him on a little quick wide receiver flank, kicks out to the outside. Man, you see the speed when he gets going, bro. You see the speed when he gets going. Quick little wide receiver screen to the outside or counter. Gets up, pops out. Nice. The guy, like I told you, he don't just go down. He ain't looking for somewhere to fall. Again, on another wide receiver screen, gets in the open, and then that's when that speed takes over. Guy just barely touched him up in the end. Another screen, and look, how many times we see DJ Moore catch those? And DJ Moore was really, really good at that play. This guy doesn't have to run that type of play all the time. Again, I told you, because it's speed and strength. Another play in that Boise State game, just open. He's open all the time, man. Another play right here, catching him down the field. Look, man, I like the guy we just had in Deontay Johnson. This guy comes without the attitude that can be just as open. I'm telling you, I would love to have a guy like this on my team. They talk about him, how great of a teammate he is, and how he just, resounds the troops and keeps everybody going. Again, this is against USC. Another catch with him out on the outside. Goes out there, plants, gets somewhere where only the quarterback can throw it to him. Crossing route right there. Y'all get the gist of what's going on with this guy. So I'm going to leave it there with that. Look, I'm telling you guys, look, Carolina, if you guys are looking for a guy, and if you guys like DJ Moore and everything that DJ Moore could do, then you guys should consider. I don't care. If anybody from Carolina is watching this, you guys should consider picking up Jalen Royals in the third round, for this team. The guy does it all. He still has room to improve. And when he improves in the NFL, he's going to be scary. You know what I'm saying? Let me shout out the people that came in here real quick today. Shout out to my man C. Bitchikins is in the building. Shout out to my man Reverend Chandra Mohan up in here. He said with draft coverage, absolutely, brother. We got my man Edge in the building. He said, what's going on? What's going on with him, man? Relax and talk sports. Jalen Royals is a great pick. Kitty in here. She said they bet not take Tet, or we can't do that. We can't do the Tet thing in the first round, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have nothing but defense going. But this is the guy that we step out of that defense to grab. Shout out to JJ in here, says went up 704. And shout out to Creekside. He said that's a route. You know what I'm saying? Earl Lockley in the building. What's going on, y'all? Hey, look, I'm going to be coming with other players like this. You may see some of my team come with other player breakdowns like this. But y'all leave it in the comments, man. Leave it in the chat. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about Jalen Royals and how he could fit with our team, man. I think it'll be a great pick, but we would have to go after him in the third round, because after the third round, he won't be there. But, you know what I'm saying? Even if we don't take him, you know what he looks like. You know the threat that he presents. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Blow those comments up. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to everybody out there, man, in the podcast world that's been tuning in to the work that we've been doing and the hours that we put in, man. We're now 7,000 subscribers. So we really, really, really appreciate all of you guys for all of that, man. And everything that's going on, you know what I'm saying? And we appreciate it. Take a look at Jalen Royals, man. He won't disappoint you, man. I'm Twan Don in the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. Hope you guys enjoyed this player breakdown. See you guys next time.